How to stop being a nice guy. Are you tired of feeling overlooked, taken advantage of, or stuck in the friend zone? Do you find yourself constantly prioritizing others' needs over your own, only to end up feeling unfulfilled and resentful? If so, you might be stuck in the nice guy trap. While being kind and considerate is certainly admirable, being a nice guy in the negative sense can hold you back in various aspects of your life, including relationships, career advancement, and personal growth. But gentlemen, fear not, breaking free from this pattern is entirely possible with some introspection and actionable steps. Recognize that you have a problem with being too nice. Imagine you're looking at a mirror, but instead of seeing your reflection, you're seeing how you act and react in different situations. The first step to changing how you behave is realizing that some of your actions might not be helping you as much as you think. Think back to times when you may have acted like a nice guy. Maybe you did things just to get people to like you, even if it meant not being true to yourself. Or perhaps you avoided speaking up about something that bothered you because you didn't want to upset anyone. You might have even kept your own feelings bottled up inside because you were afraid of what others might think. By remembering these situations, you start to see a pattern in your behavior. This pattern might be holding you back from being your best self and having healthy relationships. Being aware of this pattern is like shining a light on it. It helps you see what needs to change. So acknowledging that you sometimes act like a nice guy is the first step toward making positive changes in how you interact with others and how you feel about yourself. It's like turning on a light switch in a dark room. Once you see what's there, you can start to make things better. Know the difference between being nice and being mean. When you figure out that being nice isn't helping, you go too far the other way. You start acting like a jerk instead of being nice. But what's the real difference between a nice guy, a jerk, and the kind of man you want to be? It's all about how you deal with problems. Nice guys try to avoid any kind of argument, even if it hurts them. Jerks, on the other hand, enjoy making others feel bad. You might bully people just to feel good about yourself, but being a bully isn't cool. Here's the thing about these two types of guys. You're not really living in the real world. You're too focused on yourself and your own thoughts. That's why you're hard to be around. Nice guys seem insecure because they're scared of any conflict. Jerks seem insecure because they're always causing trouble. The only answer is to stop being insecure and start living in the moment. Learn to say no. Imagine you have a plate of cookies and everyone around you keeps asking for one. You might feel like you have to give them away because you don't want to disappoint anyone. But here's the thing, it's okay to say no sometimes, especially when it comes to taking care of yourself. Learning to say no is like putting a fence around your cookie plate. It helps you protect what's important to you, your time, your energy, and your feelings. When you say no, you're telling people that you have boundaries and that you deserve respect. Setting boundaries is like drawing a line in the sand. It shows others where you stand and what you're willing to accept. And when you assert your boundaries, you're standing up for yourself in a respectful way. Start by practicing saying no in small ways. Maybe it's declining an invitation to a social event that you're not interested in, or politely declining extra work when you're already swamped. As you get more comfortable with setting boundaries, you can gradually apply them to bigger situations, like standing up for yourself in a disagreement or saying no to something that goes against your values. Remember, saying no doesn't make you mean or selfish. It makes you strong and confident. So go ahead, set those boundaries, and watch as you gain respect from others and feel more in control of your own life. Don't depend on others' approval. Legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi was a really special guy. One thing that made him unique was that he spent most of his life alone, wandering around like a nomad. It's likely that he even died alone in a cave. He lived like a true samurai until the very end. Apart from being a nomad, he also fought a lot of duels with other samurai, often to the death. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because Musashi had amazing control over his mind. You can see this in his writings like The Book of Five Rings and Dakodo, where he talks a lot about self-control and discipline. Be like Musashi. Don't let anyone control you. Put yourself first. Here's an easy way to stop being too nice. Start thinking about yourself first. Start thinking about yourself first. Nice guys often focus too much on others, but it's important for ideal men to take care of themselves too. Being unselfishly selfish means looking after yourself while still caring about others. To do this, you need to take charge of your own needs. When you put yourself first, you're saying that your needs matter. This helps you develop better beliefs about yourself and how to meet your needs. Everyone has things they need, and it's okay to think about yourself. It's actually the mature and honest way to make sure you're happy. Start small. Try focusing on yourself for a week. Tell the people in your life about your plan and what you want to achieve. At the end of the week, take a look at how things have changed for you and your relationships. Build self-confidence. Think of confidence like having a shield that protects you from feeling down about yourself. It's about believing in your abilities and knowing that you're valuable, just the way you are. To build confidence, focus on the things you're good at and the things you've achieved. Maybe you're great at playing an instrument, or you've accomplished something at work or school. Remind yourself of these successes whenever you start to doubt yourself. Doing things that make you feel good about yourself is like adding fuel to your confidence shield. Whether it's exercising, spending time with friends who support you, or pursuing hobbies you enjoy, these activities boost your self-esteem. And just like having a team cheering you on in a game, surrounding yourself with supportive people who lift you up is essential. They remind you of your strengths and encourage you when you need it most. Know that you don't need anyone to be happy. When you really, really want something, especially if it's something only someone else can give you, like their attention or affection, you're basically giving them all the power over your happiness. It can make you seem weak and needy. Instead, focus on valuing yourself for what you do, not just how others see you. Criticism and rejection can be tough, but sometimes they're not fair. Don't spend your whole life trying to please others or avoid their negative thoughts. Do what you believe is right, regardless of what others think. In the end, all you really need to be happy is to respect yourself. Practice assertiveness. It's about speaking up for yourself in a way that's firm but respectful. To practice being assertive, start by expressing your thoughts and feelings honestly without worrying too much about what others might think. It's like sharing your favorite flavor of ice cream without feeling embarrassed. Remember that everyone has their own perspective, and yours is just as important as anyone else's. So don't be afraid to speak your mind and let others know what you think. It's like adding your piece to a puzzle. It helps complete the picture. Focus on personal growth. Instead of seeking validation from external sources, focus on personal growth and self-improvement. Set goals for yourself and work towards achieving them. Invest time and effort into hobbies, interests, and passions that fulfill you. As you become more fulfilled and self-assured, you'll naturally attract healthier relationships. For more similar contents like this, click here to subscribe.